Oh crap, I want to swing this stick a little bit. I got busy doing other stuff and got sidetracked. Loosen up my shoulders. Oop, oop. I probably had to move back a little. Get my range correct. Sit like this would probably be better. Yep, I can go right through there. I'm gonna watch scrunching up like this. Can I hit anything up here? I could. If I wasn't careful, I could hit that fan. So I gotta be careful of that when I go too high. I probably, if I'm cutting like this, I'm all right. So as long as if I say I put it here and touch my head, I can cut. This is really cool watching myself do this on a screen like this. It'd be cool to put a camera over top and be able to put, like, say if I could put a phone or had another camera and put it over top, and you could watch it in a phone camera or watch it in a different camera or view screen. That'd be kind of cool, because then you'd get a top view, from what it looked like over top. Then you could put one on either side too. Just practice technique like this. How many cameras would you need for that? 4? Get a back, right, get it front, back, and over the top. I wonder what all it'd take to run something like that. I wonder if my computer could even do it. This poor computer's so damn beat up. It's old too. It's over 10 years old. And it's kind of just bits. At this point, it's bits and pieces of other computers. That'd be so cool if I could do that, because then I could do these exercises like this, and then watch it on these cameras. And I'm like, and like put a view screen, and I can I can watch my form a little bit here. I can move my body weight this way, that way, or whatever. Once I get to where I can start moving around better. Because right now I'm kind of limited in what I can move, since I just had that thing implemented, last week. I gotta kind of take it easy. But I can move around really good on my knees, especially on these mats. It's just hard to, using my phone, it's hard to, just using my phone, it's kind of hard to really tape it, Sit like this too. Yeah, I can get that angle. That's kind of cool. Oh, that makes my back feel good. Stretches the back good. Like doing yoga. Except it's cool yoga. You get to use a samurai sword. Wooden one. Safety first. nonetheless, this is cool yoga. Even though watching chicks do yoga is cool too, though. I like yoga too. Yoga is fun to practice. It's good for you. I practice some, but mine's more like martial yoga. Oh boy. I gotta watch how I move. I shouldn't probably even be moving that much. I'm gonna hurt myself. Rip this thing out or rip this wire that's in me out, and I don't want to do that. I don't need to get carried away. But that would be cool, man, if I could hook up some like cameras around this this thing. I probably ought to learn to watch my language too. Yeah, there's a different variety of people watch stuff. Some people don't like swear words and stuff, and I cuss like a sailor, of course. Some people, that pisses some people off, man. I don't like it. The religious people, I don't really care, though. People are going to think of you what they are. They'll take one look at some scruffy-looking guy and not think very well of him, or whatever, man. That ain't no way to be anyways, or to judge people because they use colorful language, And people's actions is what you judge them, what I judge people by. Things they've done, and they're a stupid ass, or, or whether I want to be someone's friend or not. Because, there's some people are, you gotta be careful, man. Because like when I was pretty good at martial arts when I was a kid. I was pretty good at fighting, and self-defense and stuff. And a lot of people would take advantage of you that. And there were like different guys around, they'd have problems with someone, and they'd ask me, hey man, we're going to go kick so-and-so's ass. And these dudes would be riding around in cars, and they're asking me if I want to go. I'm like, well, he never done nothing to me. I don't want to be involved in that. And I mean, what did he do? And, they didn't tell me what he did, and they just wanted, and I'm like, nah, I ain't doing that. And then I kind of avoid people like that, ask me to do shit like that, or they only wanted to be my friend because they knew that they thought I'd want to fight for them, or maybe want to do stupid shit like that. And I'm like, nah, screw you, man. I don't want no part of that, man. I'll defend myself. I'll defend my family and my friends. And I'll defend the things that I own. But I wouldn't be involved in that. Or if someone paid, at a time, and somebody, maybe paid me to protect their things, I'll protect their things. But aside from that, man, I don't really want no. And even doing any of them things, I don't really want to know problems with no one. I'm not going to bring something like that on me. Go chase some dude down and try to kick his ass. That's bullshit. And I can't tell you, I've had so many different dudes, like when I was young, ask me to do stuff like that with them. I'm like, man, I'm not into that. Like, I just did my thing, man. I went and trained and let them people do that kind of crap. Stupid. I never was even clear what the dude did to these people, That's one guy, he did this a few times, and he did it with other groups of people. And then this guy, like I used to play guitar with this guy, he was all right to play guitar with and stuff. But man, he was one of them guys that do that kind of crap. Oh man, boy, that guy ended up bad. Jeez, wow. I don't even know if I should even talk about that. It was so horrific what happened to him. But you know, he was one of them guys too. He did that with a couple different people. He'd run with a crew of guys, and it was his buddies and that, and his buddy'd get into it with someone, and then the whole crew would end up chasing someone around and doing this and that. And I remember having them, you know, saying stuff to me or whatever, and I'm like, y'all have fun with all that, man. I'm gonna go swing sticks. Don't chase me around. I got big sticks and all that. I never really had anybody ever bother me none, no. But, you know, probably because I trained martial arts all the time. Well, maybe a couple people bothered me, but not really. They're just stupid asses. I don't even care about dummies. You know, I mean, you stay on guard, be aware of stuff, and pay attention to whatever situation you're in, you know. Like, don't whack your knee with your stick. You know, or hit your phone. And you'll be all right. That's just it, man. There's a lot of jackasses out there. God forbid you like a certain presidential guy. It's like, oh my God, then people want to kill you. You know, you can't have your opinion who you like or who you want no more, it seems. Even though I like Vivek Ramaswamy. He's my favorite guy, so, you know. I think he'd make a good president. I almost hope Donald Trump picks him up as a vice president. You know. Let Trump get in there and fucking take revenge. Clear house. Just fucking, he can be like a helicopter parent or whatever, or what do they call a snowplow parent. They'll just come in there like a bull and plow through everything for 4 years, and then Vivek Ramaswamy gets elected president, and then we can start fixing things. Because as long as the deep state and the media does that, I don't think Trump presidency will likely be able to do anything. Also, if the Democrats they'll probably take Congress back, and maybe they'll hold that small margin. I don't know what the margin will go with the House if Trump were elected. It's hard to say, or in the Senate. I don't know. You know, it could probably go either way. Maybe Democrats will take both back. You know, and then it'll be all over again, impeachment and all that crap again, and he'll be trying to fight. I mean, it's not going to be good, no matter what. And with all the other crap that's going on, I don't know. It's hard to say. And again, maybe Joe Biden will win. I kind of think that very likely. You know, I mean, I don't think he could really win. I don't even think even Democrats want to support him. I mean, you got to be a fucking jackass to really still support Biden at this point, or you probably have a big investment in him or something. You know, I don't know, because I mean, the guy obviously hasn't done a good job as president, and you know, and even Democrats have to most sensible ones realize it. I feel bad for the Democrats. Their party's not that bad. I pick on them real bad because I'm really neither a Democrat I'm not a Republican either. I pretty much identify kind of as probably a moderate libertarian. I think civil liberties and things like that are some of the most important things. Those erode from your society, and it's not long that everything else goes too. So you need to be based in your beliefs as as a libertarian, civil libertarian first. And the state needs to be restricted in what it can do to people, big time. Constitution needs to be observed, and just most real civil liberty things like Second Amendment, First Amendment issues, things like that, Third, Fourth, Fifth Amendment, Bill of Rights stuff. The abortion thing. That it is. There's a lot. There's a lot there. That's a complicated thing. I don't even want to get into that because it's complicated to me. It's not that simple. I mean, I don't like abortion, but then there most certainly is privacy issues in there that you want the government involved in what you do with your doctor, and you can't say that there isn't, because there is. But at the same time, I don't want the government to like totally ban it, even though I really hope that it's not used as a form of birth control. And that's what I have to say, because I really have I don't like it. I'll say that too. And I don't like it. I wish it would go away. I wish people wouldn't, get them unless they, it was something they had to do to, like the scenario I proposed earlier that I've read before. And stuff like this doesn't happen often. And this happened to a friend of mine that is this girlfriend or his wife. And I don't want to say who it was. This is a real thing. And they had twins. One of the twins died, and to save the survivor, they had to remove the other one, and they had to actually to save both the mother and the child. They had to remove the other one, and that had to be a hard thing. And I don't know what I'd do. It's terrible. I'm glad that they were all right and the child survived. The other child survived. The one, obviously didn't, because I think it was already had died, or I don't really know. I don't know all the parts, but it had to be a very difficult thing. And I think that the procedures need to be available to where they can do things like that when they got to. And mostly, I think things like that need to be between the doctor and the patients. And I don't know what's going on with it. It's not. Man, it is such a hard issue, man. Because I really don't want to see it going on. I do, some of the ways that it was as described to me, I believe, were murder and infanticide. But yeah, I think I'll just leave this one alone. Because I kind of it does. It's a hard. It's difficult. Because I like to be on I get the Fourth Amendment, and then I get the other side of it too. I get it. I do get it. But it's definitely not an easy issue. Oh, I'm done talking about that. Now here's my aluminum training knife I like. It's not very heavy. I ought to weigh this stuff and see how much it weighs. This probably, I bet this weighs 3 pounds. You know, it's like, I like doing this better than curling them stupid weights and stuff. I think it's more fun. You know, you're getting to stab and poke and slash and, you know, do samurai stuff or Filipino or Chinese martial arts or whatever. You know, doesn't even matter where they really come from. Don't really to me. I study, and everyone I get an opportunity to learn, I try to study. Heck, I already got 20 minutes, man. This thing's good too. Oh man. Ouch, that thing would hurt. Oh. Imagine that on your arm. It'd probably cause brain damage. You hit somebody in the temple, it'd be really bad. That's one BBC you don't want to run into. That thing's terrible. It used to be brown. It used to be just be brown leather, but I put this black grip tape on it, and freaking looks like a dick. All it is a piece of lead. It's got a spring, and then it's got leather on the outside of it. But the leather's really old and started busting up, so I put this grip tape on it. And I need to put another lanyard on it. But it's one of them old time, you know, you see the old time cops. I don't know if they carry them anymore or not. When you hit somebody's arms and legs with one of these, man, oh, jeez. It's bad. And if you hit them in the skull, it's really, really bad. You know, you don't strike someone, you know, unless you're really, really trying to cause harm to them. And that's not good. You know, you're a criminal if you're hitting somebody in the head with one of these because you're trying to kill them. It's bad. You know, I wouldn't want to hit nobody. I wouldn't hit nobody unless they come into my house in the middle of the night. Then I don't really care at that point. I probably would then. I'd hit them with it. I keep this thing close by me, and in where's my favorite knife? I think I took it out of the thing because it started falling out. I need to fix this because this thing started falling out of there. Don't want to. I had it to where it would go in and out of there pretty good, but now it got too loose. I had it too tight at one time. I'm gonna have to mess with that. And that's a knife I like. I've had this thing for a long time. I've liked this thing. I've had it for a long time. The CRKT. Yukanto, James Williams, pretty well known Japanese martial artist that he's really into the samurai stuff. A lot more than I am. I'm not really totally into samurai stuff. That's just, I like it, and I did Aikido and Judo and that stuff. So, you know, might as well learn more about it. I keep practicing those arts because those arts are both internal and external arts, and you can practice those all your life, like I did like parts of the Chinese martial arts I know, or Tai Chi Mantis would be the traditional, and Wing Chun, you know, and that's like the crane and snake. And I practice all them movements too. You know, they're great for your body, man. Shaolin martial arts are awesome. I practice those too. You know, alongside with, you know, the different Filipino martial arts I learned, and Aikido, Judo, and Karate. I learned that as a kid. and then and Taekwondo and the Japanese Boken did that. I learned that in Taekwondo and Japanese martial arts, like Aikido and Aikibudo and Judo. They all did them. They practiced with a samurai sword with a Boken, wooden one. It was fun. I always liked swinging that, and then a Jo too. Which is just a walking stick. Stick up that comes up to you under your armpit. And mine's in the corner right there. You probably can see it. Maybe not. Right in the back corner there. It goes just under, pulling up to where it goes under your armpit. And, it can help you walk around, use it as a crutch. I use it. I got some funny looks when I walked in there into the pharmacy the other day with it, because I got a little thing to screw on the bottom of it so it don't slip on when I walk on tile floor, so it won't slip. And hell, that's what I use for a cane. Fucking Santa Claus walking around with a great big stick. Oh shit. Well, why should I get a cane? Why don't I just use that, man? Maybe I'll cut it down a little. I'll cut 4 to 6 inches of it off it. That way it looks more like maybe not that, maybe 3 inches. That way it looks like it's still like a Jo, but it's just be a shorter one. And it'll look more like a cane, a stick, a walking, a cane style walking stick rather than a Jo staff. And it's made out of rattan, so it's probably, I don't know, probably maybe 1.5 inches in diameter. It's a pretty thick walking stick, but it's made out of rattan, which is like a vine that they straighten out over fire. It's light. It don't weigh very much. It's fun to, I twirl it all the time when I'm outside, of course. I can't do it in here. I used to practice with that stick every damn morning. Maybe an hour or so just twirling that. Boy, that was good cardio. I'd like to get back to doing that again, but I'm not going to be able to tape that till next spring. And I don't, if I get a camera, maybe some of my YouTube videos ever kick off or something, and I get an arrangement to where I can get monetized and earn a little bit of money, and maybe even start working out with people in the park down here at Silver Creek Park if I can get a couple old people or something that want to swing sticks. We'll get some of them foam sticks, and we're not going to hit each other or do drills I'm on blood thinners, and I don't really care to even do drills and shit, because if I get whacked, it's going to show up in a great big bruise. And that I'm just doing this stuff to maintain my technique and my cardiovascular fitness so I can do it, so I can throw punches and stuff if I have to, or hit someone with a stick or whatever, So I'm not going to be doing any kind of drills, or I'm not going to be showing techniques. No disarms, no nothing, unless you're someone I know that I'm cool with, like my teachers' boys or them, people that I know that are martial artists that are gonna, that respect me, train with, with our family before. Then I'd teach them combatives, But aside from that, I'm just gonna teach exercise. And if I like someone, I'll teach them some combatives, but it's, I really just can't spar. I can't spar and wrestle with nobody no more. Since they put this thing in on me, I can't really do it, and I can't get hit in the face too much anymore. And since I'm on these blood thinners, it would, if I just got whacked just a little bit, I'd get horrible bruises from it. So, and it could possibly hurt me. So, a lot of that stuff I didn't really know about until, it happened to me, and I had to go through it. I found out by accident by fucking around and grabbing buddies of mine and stuff that were on them, and they got bad bruises from it, and it's like, oh fuck, I'm sorry, shit, dude, sorry, man, and you didn't mean to do it, but you don't realize how badly you bruise from that shit. But you have to take that stuff in order, like if your heart's having a hard time pumping, like mine was doing, because the electrical part of my heart's messed up. And I had to have electrical devices put in it to help it. And it sucks, man. Because I used to run my ass off and shit and work my butt off, and now I can't. And it sucks. Like you start gaining weight and shit. But that's why I keep trying to do this stuff. At least something better. At least I'm not sitting around all the time. And I can't go outside at all today, really. I mean, if I had some wood, I could go out and screw around in the garage, but I'm not. Since I just had this thing put in, I'm not up to really going out there and screwing around and moving crap around. And maybe in the future, I'll set some stuff up out there. And man, it sure would be cool to get cameras, man. That's something hot and a possible investment in the future, and the knowledge of how to set them up and do that, because it would be cool to film this stuff. Especially when I'm just sitting here talking, doing simple, easy to do workouts anybody can do. Just sitting down, man. And you're practicing weapons a little bit. Bang, 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 bang. You could rack somebody up with one of these damn things if you wanted to. This is a good art. I've always done these too. I've done these since I was a little kid, man. I don't really know that much about Filipino martial arts per se. I've done a little bit. I'm mostly like Chinese Kempo guy, and Aikido and Judo and those arts too. And did all their weapons too. I really like weapons. I've always have liked training with weapons. Because it's just a good way to exercise, I'm not going to swing it around. Well, maybe I will a little bit. Let me see. Right here. Woo! I need to clean this thing big time. I need to get some more polish. I run out of polish. She's cleaned and sharpened. Because I cut this thing. I go out and cut stuff with this thing. I love this thing, man. This is my favorite. I'm thinking about selling a bunch of other ones. I might sell some other ones because I'd like to get some more computer stuff, or maybe I kind of like to think about selling my Supermoto dirt bike too, because I'd kind of like to get. I'd like to get I got this bicycle, but I'd like to get an electric motor and a couple batteries for it. To put on it. Make one of them e-bikes out of I got a cool dirt bike or a mountain bike. It's got cool suspension, and it's got back suspension and front suspension, and the whole damn thing's made out of aluminum. I could either get one of them rims, or I could get like one of them midsection batteries, or not batteries, but motors, and then I can use the gears on the thing, man. That'd be cool as fuck to ride around, because I got this huge ass park right next to me, man. I love going there too, but I can't walk around it as much as I used to. I used to walk a whole damn thing like a damn fool, man. Park ranger used to tell me, says, man, you walk faster than people run, man. And I'd be walking around here and stuff, and he'd say, man, you lapped me 2 or 3 times. I'd talk to the rangers and stuff. They were cool. I like that place. I'd like to start going down there and being able to hang out again like I used to. Because I used to go down there all the time and work out. Right down in Silver Creek Park, man. It's a good place. It's a cool place. You know, it's nice people down there. It's a nice neighborhood environment. And there's all kinds of people down there exercising, doing stuff. And it's real safe because they got policemen that patrol it and park rangers. And they're all real nice. I like going there. I mean, they made it one way now. You know, so that like older folks, maybe like if you're on a walker or something, if you're having a hard time getting around, you can walk on the road, and they blocked off half the road. And I think you got about a good mile walk there probably. You know, and you can walk along the big pond that's there. It's cool. I go there and check it out. Silver Creek Park, Northeast Ohio. You know, I guess that'd be considered Norton, Ohio, but not far from Wadsworth. I used to go there every day. Well, I get tired a lot quicker when I talk. Hell, I got about a half hour. You know what? I better put this thing back in. This thing's still pretty sharp, but that thing's cold. It's not safe for me to start swinging that thing around when I'm trying talking and crap. You got to really concentrate when you use the live blades, or you'll, hurt yourself or destroy your stuff around you. That's why I normally practice with sticks or fake swords. But you know what I like to do with those is I like to be able to cut one leaf in half. You know, go out and find a leaf that's probably maybe about like that big, and see if I can go. While the other half of the leaf stays on the tree. That's pretty good. I can do it. Sometimes I knock the whole damn leaf off or tear it because like my wrist gets cocked or something. You still cut it, but you didn't do a nice smooth job perfectly cutting it. And that's something I ought to film that, because that is cool when you just go and the bottom falls off. I pulled out my pocket knife, and one day I was over at my buddy's, and his dad's really into pocket knives and something, and I whipped this out, and there was like something that was sticking up, like a little bit of, like on a bush that needed trimmed, and I just being a jackass, I just whipped my knife out, went and snagged it off, put it back in my pocket, and his dad went, holy shit, because his dad's all into knives and stuff. And I thought it was pretty cool. And I practice with them all the time. And I have since I was a kid, though. It's just a hobby. Just like guitar. Hopefully I can turn it into earn a little money or something somehow. I hope. Now, since I can't do the construction work, and that construction work and that kind of stuff has been my bread and butter for a lot of years. Now I can't really do it. So I'd like to find something else, maybe like making videos about stuff like this and talking about it. Hopefully maybe it'll work out too. But I don't know. I'll see what happens. You never know what the future's got for you. You got to try something. And it'd suck to be stuck on SSDI, disability forever. There's a reality. I have to be on it and stuff. But if I can create something to get off of it and take care of myself, I'd rather do that, man. Have a little business of some kind, and maybe this will work. I don't know. It sure would be cool. But I probably got to watch what I say about politics and stuff like that, since I'm probably not a conservative for certain. I'm probably more like a moderate libertarian type of person, since I'm pro pot and kind of, hey man, as long as you ain't hurting nobody else, I don't really care what you do. That's your business, man. But whatever. I probably shouldn't even talk about that stuff. I probably should try to stay more towards martial arts and guitar and things like that. At least those are better things to really talk about, really. But you know what? You can't totally ignore politics. You can't totally ignore the culture war that's going on. And if you see things that are going on that you don't like, you should speak up about it too. But you know, maybe not be obsessed over them. You know, and that's what I try not to be too much about, worry about that shit, and take care of culture war things by doing stuff like, you know, physical fitness as good as you can, trying to be independent, you know, do the best you can, work towards that, you know, younger people, older people, everyone can do it, you know, and it doesn't matter your state, you know, like I'm in a bad way, I'm going to have to be on disability and stuff. Well, that's just reality, man, you know, and I paid into that system too, most of my working life and that, and if I don't go on it, you know, well, largely I'm not going to be able to afford my medications, and I'm going to probably die because I can't afford the treatments and stuff that are, you know. So I don't feel bad about going on it, you know, but I do want to, you know, I don't want to stay on it. You know, I do want to do something to like the best I can, you know, but it's pretty hard though. It's upward, definitely a battle. You know, I mean, I even get tired doing swinging my little sticks and that, because how I got 42 minutes on here. You know I didn't work that whole time, but I get tired out pretty easily. It sucks. But it's just the reality that, you know, keep going. Keep training. Because if I don't keep training, if I just lay around here and sit around, then I'm just going to turn into a fat ass and not be able to do nothing. I probably need to, you know, well, then again, too, I need to get more income coming in. And then I could maybe get a thing down at, join a membership down there at Planet Fitness. I'd like to do that. And that's one thing I could, because the Y is really nice close to me, but it's too expensive. Planet Fitness is cheaper. And you know what? All I'm going to do is I'm going to probably use the bikes, the different bikes. Probably will use the conveyors, you know, and oh, that one machine. I don't know what all I'll use, but there's a couple different machines. I just start out on them and just do 10 minutes at a time, and then switch to another machine till I got half hour, 45 minutes in. Well, shit, man, I'm getting tired, man. I probably ought to end this video. Yep, I'll be getting tired. Well, Northeast Ohio, I bullshitted and ranted for almost 45 minutes, and now I'm tuckered out. I think I'm going to chill out and rest for a minute, and then maybe I'll try to make another video or something. Peace, Northeast Ohio, the rest of the world too.